What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to negotiate a price on sports cars. I'm going to be giving you guys some quick tips and some examples on what I did in order to get my 2019 AMG GTS.
Yeah, boy.
Quick disclaimer though, by no means am I like a professional negotiator. I'm just giving you guys a quick process on what I think is the best way to go about negotiating a sports car. I'll try to make this video as quick and short and simple and sweet as possible. I don't know if that made sense, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's get on to the first tip. Tip number one is to find the average price of the car that you want. So for example, you can go on Car Gurus, TrueCar, Auto Tempest, find out how much the car that you want is selling for. I believe on TrueCar.com you can find out the average market price for what the car is selling for. So for example, when I was like getting rid of my C43 and trying to get the GTS, I was looking up a few different cars, and if you scroll to the bottom, it'll say the market average for the car is so and so price. The first tip is just to do your research, see how much the car is selling for in your area or nationwide, doesn't really matter. But the price of the car will vary state by state and from dealership to dealership. If you're at a small dealership compared to a bigger dealership, just know that the smaller dealerships, they won't really give you the price that you want just because like they don't really have that much inventory. So basically what I am trying to say is the bigger the dealership, the better, because they have more inventory, which means they're going to be a little bit more lenient on the prices because they just want the cars to flow. So after you're done researching the car that you want and you can see how much the cars are selling for in your area, make sure to go to the dealership and just check the car out. Make sure it's in tip-top shape. If it's a used car, make sure that everything's okay. Check online, check the Carfax. Make sure there is no sketchy damage reported to the Carfax. And when you do get to the dealer, when they ask you to make an offer on the car, make sure to offer them a price a little bit below the market average. There's a chance the dealer will sell it to you for below the market average. If the car is selling for $90,000 average on the market and you offer them 85, they might do it for 85, they might do it for 87. The typical rule is like, it depends on the brand and the sports car and stuff, but between 5 and 15% off the MSRP is a good deal. Just know that if you're buying a brand new car for the upcoming year, then you're definitely not going to get a good deal on that, especially for AMGs. For example, if it's the year 2019 and you're trying to buy a 2020 AMG, you're not going to get any discount on that car. That's just the truth. If it's 2019 and you're trying to buy a 2020 C63S, they're not going to budge on the price because it's a brand new car and it just came out. So after you make an offer below the market average, there's like a 95% chance that the sales guy will say, sorry, we can't do that, it's too low. And that comes on to my third tip, and that is you just have to be patient. If you go there and you make an offer and they say no, you have to be willing to just stand up, say thank you so much for your time, and leave. Patience is key when you're trying to buy a very expensive car. So for example, for my GTS, it took me about 6 months to negotiate a price that I wanted for this car. The point that I am trying to make over here is you just have to be patient and you have to be willing to just get up out of the dealership and leave. And chances are, the longer you wait, the more the dealer will start to bleed. They'll start to sweat a little bit. When it's approaching the end of the year and the new inventory is coming and they still have old inventory, they're gonna try to push that old inventory out as soon as possible. And that's when you get good deals. Like if you're trying to buy an AMG, for example, don't buy them in July or August or September. Wait until the year after. The fourth thing that I am going to say is you probably made an offer on the car that you wanted, you left, it's been about a week, they haven't called you back. Just wait a little bit longer. If you go to make an offer on a car and they say no and you say thank you for your time and you leave, give them a couple weeks to kind of process the price that you gave them. Obviously, if it's a ridiculous price that you offered them, they're not going to sell it to you.
Do me a favor, please. Get right here, man.
So for example, if it's a $100,000 car, brand new, and you offer them $50K, don't expect a call back. You have to still give them a reasonable price. And that's why I say you have to research the market average of the car. So for example, if it's a $100,000 car and the market average is like, let's say 88,000, offer them like 82 or 84. If it's been a couple weeks and they still haven't reached out to you, it's okay to just pick up the phone, give them a quick call, and remind them about the price that you gave them. Chances are that they did sit on it, they did think about your price. So at this point, they might try to meet you in the middle somewhere. That's exactly what happened with my GTS. They said, oh, your price is a little bit too low. Can we meet somewhere in the middle? You're probably sweating, being like, oh, I want this car. I can get this car if I just pay them an extra 5-10K. Don't do it. You have to stick to your guns and say that you're still happy with the offer you made them. And it's okay to be honest. You can go on CarGurus or Auto Tempest or TrueCar and say like, oh, I found this car with a similar spec selling for this much. It's okay to be honest with the dealer. That's what I did with my GTS. I found a GTC in California cheaper than this GTS, and I told them, hey, this GTC is like a few grand cheaper and it's a GTC. It's a higher trim. I can get a better car for a few grand less. Can you guys negotiate the price down a little bit more? Negotiating cars is basically a game. It's a waiting game and you just have to find something as leverage over them. But yeah, I just can't stress enough how important it is for you to just be patient and just walk out of the dealership if they don't want to sell you the car for the price that you want it. If you want the car for 80K and they're not budging from 90K, you just have to leave. That's it. Go to another dealership and see if they'll give you a better price somewhere else. And during this time where you're trying to like make them an offer, they're probably gonna ask you if you're gonna pay cash or like what do you want your monthly like payment to look like. Don't answer those questions. Don't say, oh no, I'm not gonna tell you. Just be like, I don't know if I'm gonna pay cash. I don't know if I want to finance it. Just don't give them any reason to not negotiate the price even further, because if you say, oh, I'll buy the car in cash, your chances of having the price go down and negotiate it towards your own way is just out the window. The second you say that you want to pay cash for the car, then they're not going to negotiate any lower for you. After you guys negotiate a price with the salesman and the general manager, you're going to head over to the business office / like the financial office, depending on what you guys call it. And over here, oh my gosh, this is, I feel like they make most of their money from the business office compared to like whatever you're buying the car for. So when I bought my GTS and they brought me to the business office, oh my God. The business office is basically a scam. They're gonna try to incorporate anything into making your monthly payments higher. Or if they don't make your monthly payment higher, they'll extend the payment. So instead of paying like 2,000 bucks a month for 36 months, you're gonna probably be paying like 2,000 bucks over the course of like 48 months, for example. Basically, my rule of thumb is once you get in that business office, just politely deny everything. They're gonna try to sell you like a bunch of random packages like, oh, like a rock chip protection package, 5,000 bucks. Like don't pay for any of those extra stuff in the business office. The one thing that you could pay for that is okay is the prepaid service. That one is okay. The prepaid maintenance package, that one's actually not bad. You're actually probably going to be saving a little bit of money if you pay for every service that your car needs in advance. So that one's okay. But if it's like, oh, we'll PPF your car for like 10 grand, or, oh, we'll give you guys like tire and rim coverage and so, just don't believe it. Just don't buy any of like the plans or like the accessory packages or stuff like that. You don't want those. It's a complete waste of money. It's a scam. Make sure that they don't finesse anything into the papers. It's like whichever state you're in, you have to pay the sales tax. So you have to pay that one. You have to pay for documentation fees. And there's something else, I forgot what it's called. If there's anything extra on your paper, do not sign it. It's okay to question them. Oh, like what's this one? Like for example, if it's a preparation fee, like for example, like cleaning the car, getting it ready for delivery, don't pay it. Like a dealer's supposed to do that without getting paid extra for it. If they try to charge you $500 to clean the wheels and vacuum the interior, say you're not gonna pay for it. It's bull. And I think that's just gonna do it for this video. So in a nutshell, research the car, see how much it's selling for in your area or nationwide. 2, be patient. If they're not willing to sell you the car for the price that you want, just leave. They'll probably call you back. If you guys don't know, I did buy a winter beater and I made them an offer. The dealership closed at 9 p.m. I was there at like 8:45, right before they closed. I made them an offer on a Toyota RAV4. They said no. They basically got pissed at me for making the offer. And then guess what? The next morning, literally the day after, they called me and said they'll do it. That's just the magic of negotiating cars. Like, you just have to be willing to just be patient, get up, and leave if they don't want to sell you the car for the price that you want. Number 3, avoid buying anything too extra from the business office. It's just a complete scam. Make sure they don't finesse anything into your monthly payment if you're trying to finance the car. So yeah, just don't pay for anything extra. Don't pay like a cleaning fee or a prep fee or anything like that. You do have to pay sales tax and you do have to pay a documentation fee. I know this was a pretty long video. I said I was going to be concise and stuff, but I feel like I just had to give you guys the extra information. Let me know if you had any success with this, and yeah, that'll be cool. Just let me know if it works. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Don't finna jump for the shit. All top when I speak, all cap with the speech till they caught up in the rapture. I'm so out of line with the phrase game. Let's take a break, been a long day. Hit your line, what you fall through with the light sticks. Maybe help me spark the ideas. We got nowhere else to go.